Hey! Hey, how's it going? This is me, myself at home here. We're back for another FL Studio creation thing. I still don't know what they call them. But it's where I do, because I enjoy making recreations of songs, so I do them in FL Studio, which is the only thing I have. I have basic packs, but luckily, this one doesn't use any, because I did it all myself. If you see on the screen here, you're like, what the hell? There's no notes. It's just waveforms. So yeah, this is The Freshman by the Verve Pipe, and this is the one where, bam, you know who you are if you're watching this video. I told my friend that this is the first video that I'm going to be putting out as soon as I get my computer fixed. Kind of fixed. Powered up, because it's still broken, but it works better now. So, bam, this is for you. You know who you are. But yeah, so this was all done with the stuff in my room, my guitar and my other guitar. Yeah. So so you see nothing is labeled because unlike unlike the other things I've done, I debated trying to record these with my recording software, which is Camtasia Studio, so I can filter out the all that fuzziness you heard in the background. But it turned out that in doing that, it would be a lot harder to match up and make the song fluid and not choppy or rushed or anything. So I was like, hey, I'll just use the built-in recorder for FL Studio. So, you click on this thing. And oh, by the way, if you want to hear the actual song, that's going to be at the end. There'll be an annotation. Before I get into this, it's like, whoa, there'll be an annotation like skip to blank 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 to hear the actual song, not the. This is just me explaining it right now. So you click the record button. It's like, what would you like to record? And then blah 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 blah. And then you have the audio recorder into the playlist, automation score, everything. Show me more help. And I used into the playlist, but this included. I had to, you see these blank, I think that's the only one because I removed the other ones. But in recording this, I would have to stay like, if there is not, say there's nothing beyond this point, I would have to start recording at this point where there is nothing else, or it would pick up, or it would be like, oh, hey, you already have something down here. Hey, let's add it to the track you're recording. And they wouldn't have been lined up when I started recording. I was just recording the individual parts because I can't. Okay, like 3 weeks it took me to try to do this all in like one take or do it fluidly without like many chops, and no, couldn't do it. So I just had to record each part separately. So I was like, oh, god damn. So I'd have to click on that, bring up this, but then I'd have to go into options and go audio and then go ASL for all. I'm not going to do it because it's going to screw up my recording. And then I have to go in and set up my microphone and do everything the first time. And I record it. And then I would have to click stop and then stop recording. And then go back to options, go back here, go set it back to my primary sound driver so I could actually listen to what I just recorded. And that's pretty much what occurred me over and over again doing that same tedious process just to try to record something. So here I have just the basic because I didn't feel like deleting those. Those are the standard ones. So you get it, start a new project. They just give you the 4 basic things. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So I have the 2. I have the actual version, which is very inconsistent and very, very soft. And it doesn't follow like a good pattern. And of course this doesn't matter because I'm not using any steps. So there is a group called what is it? The Boyce Avenue, and they did a great acoustic cover, and that's the one I ended up using because I use it to match up so it sounds good. And there's the pause. There we go. It's a good video. I'm going to link everything that I talk about, or this song in general, or anything I talk about, like the Boyce Avenue cover, everything like that is going to be in the description. So if you want to go check out their video of the the thing, you can do that. But the first one, I'm just gonna walk you through the first one. So this is just do 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 do. Okay, so right there. So the top like three or so, top three, yes, because that the blank section in the middle is where I had the actual track. So the top three are me using my acoustic guitar. There is a shirt on my guitar, so I don't know if you could hear that or not, but it's on the ground. And then this part. No shit, that's gonna bring me. So I just recorded a huge chunk, so that just brought up everything. So this part was recorded with my electric guitar because it's different in the song as well. And of course that doesn't really help because my amp is all the way across the room against the radiator. So to get that put on it's like a small like wall. I got it from Walmart. It was like $100. Like the guitar and the amp. So the amp is shitty. Like beyond shitty. So there's this button. I don't even know what it's called, but it basically just boosts everything, all the settings. The really, really crappy settings. So that's what I used to create this. Kind of just... That was my best attempt at making a distorted guitar. It didn't really work out, as you can tell, because it kind of sounds poopy, but alright, so this part, okay, I guess I just mixed them. I guess, just disregard everything I just said. So this is the pre-chorus I use with my acoustic guitar. And that was all one take, because I can do that, because it's easy. You just slide your hand down. Not like these other ones where you're doing some crazy-ass positions. And then I staggered them. So that's what you see here. These are all the same, but I staggered them. So I could line them up. And then you go do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So then here you have do-do. It's the same thing over again. So now here we have the... that was the high up on the neck, so it sounds kind of weird. So then this do that's that one. So this goes on. And this looks like, hey, this is the bring out and such. Jolly good show. So now, no, I didn't want to double click. So now this is the moving on past the the same. The song goes on, and it's the same thing over again. So now you have the this, so which is also with my electric guitar, which is the break in between. I did that after the fact. I listened to it. I was like, some of these parts I had to re-record like 4 or 5 times, and those were the best I was going to get them. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So this is like do 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 do, hey yeah 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 yeah, hey yeah. That part is where this comes in. So we have that, and then you have this. Whoa, 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 whoa. So you go on with the song. So then we have that, and then do 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 do. So this part was probably my favorite in the whole song. So you're just wailing on the my god, it beat that electric guitar up so much, but I was you just go ham on the strings, and I listened to this afterwards. This was all one continuous take. This is the end of the song. It's all power chords, and I was listening to this, and you hear like the weird, like the empty breaks where it just everything just stops. And that was because I had to. They're not close together, so I had to move my hand. And the reason you don't hear me moving my hand is because on my acoustic, I have the regular wound strings. So when you slide your hand up, it goes and you can hear them. But on my electric guitar, I have flat wound ones, which, oh my god, fucking finger orgasm when you first get them. They feel so good. Oh my god, they're awesome. But if you don't play acoustic guitar a lot, they kind of fuck up your hand, because then you can't really play anything, because they're not like, you don't have like any of the rough tension from the strings, because they're flat, smooth, and feel like glass. So that's why you don't hear me move my fingers. And they weren't close apart, so that's why you hear the awkward spaces. Do, because it wasn't the same chord form, so I had to quickly mute it and switch my hands. So it didn't, that worked out like kind of good, but I probably should have said this at the beginning. I'm not good at guitar. If you watched the April Fool's video I put out, what day is it? It is March 22nd, so I'm gonna have to think of another April Fool's Day. So it was a guitar video that I put out for April Fool's Day. It was like, I am really good at guitar. I think it's titled, and it's me just making a fool of myself, half-assedly trying to play, at that time, like to the best of my ability, the songs that I knew. And it was really bad, and people didn't understand that it was a joke video. So I'm not good at guitar at all, which is why I had to cut these up. And most of them, there's only 2 pieces here that are the full uncut sections. This being one, and the do 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 do. He was touching her face. Do do do. That thing. So we get here, and then. Do. Okay, so that's the same as well. So we go up here. This other one doesn't even need to be on. So we get up here and we go. Do. Again with my acoustic guitar. Do. I didn't press pause. Hey. So at the end they have this thing. So you have do. This was fun too. Do. And I had originally done this in one take, but then I found out that this whole end piece, that it was timed badly and I didn't hold out any of the notes. So that is why you're like, and then it just cuts off, because after that, it goes, it gets cut off anyways, and it goes into the next part. And they weren't lined up, and it was just a general bad time. So that I had to keep, and when you do this, they don't label anything. It just labels it as freshman, whatever the project is called, because I had several different versions of this, which all don't really sound good, but I will show you before I go into, like I said, there'll be an annotation, but I'm going to show you the other versions I had that I kind of gave up on. But if you want to just go to the annotation, will tell you what time to go to if you want to listen to this version and the other versions. So yeah, we'll be right back. Bam! So here we are. This is the first version I did. Kinda thing-ish. So we have the so there's a lot of stuff that I couldn't put in here because I couldn't actually do it. So like that one, do 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 do, like the constant, yeah, that fucking couldn't. Or you have the cause that each measure, like right there, you can't see that at all actually. Right here is a switch. So you have to move your hands, and I'm not good at guitar, like I said, so I couldn't hope to possibly pull that off. So then we have the pre do 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 do, and then we have the chorus, and then we have that. So now we'll scroll down to the. I had many different versions of what this should sound like, and I was like, fuck. I have this, like the blaring electric guitar that doesn't really sound good. So now here's the pre-chorus. So so this is the part that was all like eighth notes. I could never hope to pull this off at this point in time. Yeah, so this version is not in the links below. Just to let you know, because this is not the one I used or the one I plan on using or anything. So why did I click out of that? So now we have the blaring guitar again, which does not sound good at all, but I needed to sound different, and this is the only way. You probably hear that just blaring in my ear. So do 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 do. Of course, I got the acoustic guitar for this one. Do do do, because this is way at the end. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So yeah. Do 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 do. And that was the end. So we have other parts, other. Do 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 do. Oh my god. Ow. That's the end, that's the end, that's the end, that's the end. There we go. Okay, so now that we skimmed through the different just variations. That's with the acoustic guitar this time, and then we have the end. The blaring guitar again. But at the end, we have this. Oh god, stop, no, stop. We have that at the end, and then this. And it's really bad, and distortion and shit. So yeah, this is what it sounds like, some of the parts. So and the balance on everything is really off. So we have do 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 do. Just gonna give you a rundown of all the parts. So that's the chorus. Do 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 do. So we have this, and that's not lined up because I gave up. So and then that. So then we have chorus 2, which is just the yeah. So we have the yeah. And this one I have things labeled because I was kind of getting confused at what everything was. And then we have this, and then we have and it's way, and you can't even hear that. So I'll be back with the third version. That's slightly better, kind of not really though. Warning. Oh no, what happened? I don't know what to click. No? So here we go. Turn them all back on. Bam. So here we go. The link for this and everything I talked about will be in the description. Bam, bam. All right, so that was this one. I know, so yeah, some of the parts were really good because I'm not good at guitar, but this is the Freshman by the Verve Pipe, where I did on actual stuff with me actually playing it, so it's not all MIDI and program created. So this is the first real one I did where I put it together and it sounded acceptable. Let's give it that. But It's been me as myself at home. This was really long. Everything I talked about will be in the description or on the screen. And peace out, dogs.